Okay, we're back, and I'm almost done drawing my lines of longitude from my North Pole all the way to the South Pole, and from the South Pole all the way up to the North Pole. You remember, I could draw 360 of them all the way around. And they all come out of the North Pole, and they go down all the way to the South Pole, and then back up the other side to the North Pole. So, we've got blue lines and pink lines and all kinds of really important lines on the globe. Now, let's go back to our green dot and talk about it a little bit. See if I can find my green dot. It was in the northern hemisphere. There it is. There's where we wanted to figure out how we were trying to find our location. So let's come back over here to the workbench where the light's better, and we'll talk about this a little bit. We've got an equator. 0 degrees. It's really hard to do. 0 degrees latitude. We went up 30 degrees from the equator. We went up the ladder. This makes a ladder. You can go up latitude like a ladder, or you can go down latitude like going down a ladder. Let's go up to 30 degrees. And we'll label this guy our 30 degree north latitude. Now, by the way, if you were starting here and you went down, this line would be 30 degrees also. But instead of north, because it's toward the North Pole, it's now 30 degrees south, because it's toward the South Pole. Hopefully that makes sense to you. You've got 0 degrees latitude, 30 degrees north latitude. This guy will be 60 degrees north latitude. I could have 70, 80, all the way up to 90. I could have 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees. I can split it up into as small slices as I can. This sphere is about 8 inches across, so it doesn't split up into very small slices. Okay, let's go find our green dot. Where do we live? You are here on this green dot right there. Okay, so our address for that green dot is really close to that intersection, isn't it? So if I knew what longitude line this was, I could tell you the latitude line that you live on. It's about, I don't know, 32 or 33 degrees north latitude, right? A little bit more than 30. And then if I knew what that line was, well, that would work out just great. But my very first line I drew of longitude was the first line I drew was this one. We called it our prime meridian. And so this one going this way is 0 degrees longitude, right? And those lines go north to south, but they tell you how far you're going east to west. So this was the equator, and it separates the world north and south. This is the prime meridian. It separates the world west and east. Okay, so if I went to this line, I did them 30 degrees at a time. This would be, 30 degrees west longitude. And this one over here would be 30 degrees east longitude. Okay, so that's how that works. You got to have a center point to start from. That's your prime meridian. If you go west of there, you're at a longitude line called west longitude. If you go east of the prime meridian, you're at a longitude line called east longitude. So here we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going west toward our green dot. This one was 60 degrees west longitude. This one's, we're running out of room to kind of write stuff here. 90 degrees west longitude. And well, 30, 60, 90, 100, 110, 120. This one's 120 degrees west longitude. Oh, that looks like 126. It's supposed to be 120. Y'all bear with me on my handwriting. It's hard to write on a sphere that's made out of styrofoam. Okay, if we added another 30, we'd be at 150 west longitude. And then we'd be on the complete opposite side of the Earth. The other half of our prime meridian is 180. Oh, and then things change. You can't go any farther. You can't just keep adding up. You got to go back to your prime meridian. There's your 0 degrees longitude, 30 degrees east. Now let's turn this way and I'll finish them up. 60 degrees east longitude. That'd be like Europe or the Mediterranean Sea over here, kind of, and moving into Asia. You'd be at 90 degrees east longitude. You'd be at 120 degrees east longitude. 150 degrees east longitude. And then you'd be back to the complete opposite side at 180 degrees west longitude. And if you went over to this side, well, there we are again at our prime meridian, right? So this point right here is a really special point on the Earth. And on Earth, it's in the Atlantic Ocean just off the coast of Africa. Africa sits right here. The Atlantic Ocean's right here. The United States is kind of over here. All right, so let's go find our green dot from this starting point. You are at 0 degrees latitude, the equator, and we are living on the 30 degrees latitude mark, but we are 30 degrees west of the prime meridian. 0 degrees longitude, so go 30 degrees west, 60 degrees west, 90 degrees west, 120 degrees west. So if we come out here on the table and we write our location of our green dot is said to be at, let me remember, 30 degrees north, 30 degrees north latitude by, let's see what it is longitude lines. Here's our prime meridian, 30, 60, 90, 120. 120 degrees. Wait a minute. Longitude lines are east or west. Latitude lines are north or south. So we got our latitude, we went north, we went up from the equator. Longitude, which way do we go from the prime meridian? Let's see again. If I'm here at the prime meridian, which way is that on the globe? That is west. Never eat soggy waffles, right? So this is west. 30, 60, 90 degrees west, 120 degrees west. All right. So that's the closest intersection to where that is. It's west longitude. And that right there is the address of how you find that green dot on the globe. So it started with math, and it turned into just laying that system of grid lines across the globe. And now you have it. You can understand the concept of latitude and longitude. Again, let me review for you. 0 degrees latitude. Latitude lines go east to west. but they tell you your location north or south. Okay, so that's kind of confusing, but just remember they're like a ladder. You go up the ladder, you're going north latitude. You go down the ladder, you're going to a line at south latitude. All right, 0 degrees longitude. Longitude lines go from the North Pole all the way around to the South Pole and back up to the North Pole again. They tell you your location from the prime meridian, whether you're going to a longitude line that's west of there or a longitude line that's east of there. So this way is east from the prime meridian. So if you're on one of these guys, you're on 90 degrees east longitude. And if you're this way from the prime meridian, you're on 90 degrees west longitude. So hopefully that clears it up for you. Maybe it makes it more confusing. Maybe it makes it easier to understand because you saw it step by step, how you lay this grid across a globe. All right. Thanks for listening.